Greetings! I'm Tantus Naravan Dracovin, Lord and Emperor of the Dracovin Empire, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about the animes I just discussed in a previous video, and we're going to talk about them in your BESM game, and how you can either use these worlds, or use some kind of similar world to them. So let's start talking about Haifuri. Now, if I was going to make a character in this, I would recommend you have your players make characters between 130 and 140. You're going to be pretty much human. That's what it is. You're going to be... you're going to have to make female characters, because it's a female-oriented world, and you're going to have to make them based around the ship. Now, the thing is, what you should do is you should choose a number of points for your ship. You look into classic designs for battleships, and choose one that you think would work well, and then have your group design them, and sort of break apart, how much damage each of these things would do, have them work together to sort of come up with a general design of their battleship based on the number of points, and give them options for different things and what they would do, like having a mess hall, baths, medical bay, things like radar, lookout, the gunnery, the engine room, all these things. Look at all these sort of like the groups of people in the anime and come up with that stuff that they're going to have to figure out how many points they're going to spend about it in their ship. And their characters are going to have to be very skill and item based, probably more skill based than anything, and have them be assigned to different portions of the ship, I recommend. Like, have one person be the captain, one person maybe be in the radio room, one person be in the engine room, one person be a gunner. You can have them do stuff in the sessions, all based around these different things. And you could have them, if you wanted to, go into the world. Now, you could have it very simple and have it like, oh, they go on training exercises, they go on little adventures that they're assigned to, rescue missions, things like that. Or you could put into the overall plot of the anime. Now I'm going to get to a little spoilers, and I'm going to say all these are going to be a little spoilery. You would have them get into the entire plot with the plague and the genetically engineered rodents, and how, like, you could have them face that, and maybe they have already gotten immunity shots, so they don't have to worry about it, so they're inoculated against it. You could have that, or you could have your crew deal with it in some way too. It's up to you how you want to deal with it, and you could have adventures with that where they might have to compete against ships and somehow disable them and stuff, rather than just like a training exercise. It might be you have to deal with that, or you have to make sure it doesn't spread. You can make them be interweaved in the plot of the anime as much as you want, or just in the world. Now the second one, Gakusen Toshi Asterisk. For this one, you're going to either want to be like mythical or superhuman level. I would say between 450 and 550 points would be my recommended. You're going to have them focus on their weapons, because everybody sort of has weapons, but you could also focus on their abilities too. It's going to be very kind of martial arts oriented, very ability oriented. You're going to have to watch some of the anime to have an idea of how they work, and give recommendations to people about what abilities and what powers they can and cannot have. Let them have a little bit of freeform, but don't go too crazy, because even in the anime there are people that use sort of mechs. You could have someone be a mech user. A mech would be autonomous to them. It would be more like a robot, but you could have that sort of person do a character design. You could have someone be a little more mystical, like lightning or fire powers. You could someone be more swordman-y. And then you could put them into the world. You could have them do sword training things, mock battles at the school. You could come up with your own sort of plot line using the world setting. You could have it that they participate in a number of fiesta. It's up to you how you want to use it, and you can use the school setting however you want then. The last one is Kagewani, and of course Kagewani, I would keep it more to human levels, but a little better, so I would say around 140 for that one, maybe getting closer to that 150 level. This one is going to be all about taking control of the creatures, or dealing with the creatures in the aftermath zone. You're either going to have them be sort of more soldiery types, if you want, or more researcher types, and it's up to you how you want to do that, or some kind of combination of both of those. And your characters, with their equipment and their skills, which are going to be pretty much human, are going to have to go in and deal with the aftermath of these creatures, which you're free to make up however you want then. You can use some designs from the anime and style them out how you want, or you could use some from the cryptozoology kind of information that people have out there, or you can come up with something on your own. It's completely up to you. But that's what I sort of would recommend, is that you're dealing with them in some way, whether it's you're researching them and happen to run into them, or if you're going in and dealing with the aftermath of some kind of outbreak of them, or some kind of attack. Both would be all of those would be very interesting storylines to take in this world. Alright, so that's it for today. I've talked about using these 3 animes in your BESM games. So, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, please subscribe. If you have anything to say about it and you think we want to discuss about, leave a comment. If you feel like someone else would be interested in this video, please share with it. We always like more people coming and joining in the conversation or joining the Empire. And until the next time, I bid you farewell.